Okay, a very good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss a discussion question. So a pattern of discussion question is different from an opinion personal viewpoint question. So in the question we have a discussion question. Here we have two parts. Part number one is one argument that it is entirely bad. Getting old is entirely bad. Part number two, others believe that life of old people is much better now than in the past. So we have argument number A, argument number B. And these two are opposing in the sense if I present mathematically, A opposes B. A versus B. We need to assess the essence of A. We need to assess the essence of B and come to a rational conclusion. Give your opinion at the end after extracting the points from these two arguments. Assess what are the good, what are the bad with these things. So we go with the merits of the first situation. So we go and assess the first situation and we go and assess the second situation. That's what we have to do here. And then we have to frame a logical conclusion. Now we have to see a format here. The format here is that if you are you have opinion number A, opinion number B. If you favor, this is A and the next thing is B. And if you favor A, because if A is your opinion, this is the format of your writing. If A is your decision, you are going with A. You will be writing the introduction. The first paragraph you will be writing about B. The second paragraph you'll be writing about A, and then the conclusion. So this is what the format. If you are having A as your personal opinion, so you go with A, then this is the thing. So the conclusion, you know that some people, they be writing the opinion just before the conclusion. Some people, they include the opinion in the conclusion. You can adopt both the ways. So if you want to write a 3-paragraph discussion essay, your format will be like this. Introduction. After that, if you are going with opinion A, then first you have to write opinion B, then you have to write opinion A, your opinion, the 3rd paragraph, and conclusion at the last. So 3 paragraphs will be there, 1, 2, 3 in the body. Here 2 paragraphs, first paragraph, second paragraph, opinion is said in the conclusion. So it's better to go with this format because there is a chance when we write this format, you may say the opinion and you will restate the opinion in the conclusion. You may do that. So we don't need opinion twice. Opinion should be given only once. So that is a problem there. So if it is is to be noted. You can write in both format, 2-paragraph essay or 3-paragraph essay. If it is a 3-paragraph essay, you will be writing 2 discussing paragraph and your opinion, and then you'll be writing the conclusion. You can go with that. Little bit complex presentation. If you have time, you can do that. Now, let's see this thing. If I am going ahead with if my opinion is B, I'll be writing the introduction. I'll be writing A. I'll be describing A. Then I'll be describing B. Then I'll be going ahead with the conclusion. So B is your opinion here. And if you don't have any opinion, you are being neutral to the situation, you can write in either way. You write the intro, A, B, or B, A, no issues, and then conclude. There is no issue there. So don't get confused what to write first, what to write next. Don't get confused. There is a way. And what is the logic behind this? The logic is simple. If I am writing the introduction, and if my opinion is B, I'm writing it in the second part. I've written A first. I have written B. So my conclusion or my opinion will be very similar to this paragraph. So there will be a continuation. So the continuation won't be breaking. It moves on. So in order to make the cohesion and coherence better, we are doing this thing. Or else there is no logic there. So if your essay needs to look much tighter, formal, and connected in between, then you have to go with this particular format. Now, this is the introduction. Let's go with the introduction. There exists contrasting views regarding getting old. The topic is addressed in the first sentence. Very simple presentation of the topic. On which topic the argument is based on. The argument is based on getting old. The topic is presented. While some believe old age is too vulnerable these days, others feel it is just the opposite. So the second sentence, argument is clearly presented. You can see the first 2 sentences. The purpose of the first sentence of the introduction is addressing the topic on which point the argument is based. Number 2, the argument. What is the argument? Third sentence is what you are going to say in the body paragraph. It is difficult to say reach a rational conclusion without discussing both arguments in detail. So we are giving a hint that we are going to discuss the arguments in detail. So both the arguments will be discussed in detail in the coming paragraphs. That's why we have given the thesis statement of this particular question like this, because You don't need to give a clear-cut opinion here before discussing this thing. So there may be some essays that they be hint the opinion. No issues in that, you can hint the opinion, but I always recommend don't give a clear opinion in the introduction of a discussion question. You can hint your opinion, but don't give a clear-cut opinion in the beginning, because it closes the opportunity of discussion. Now, the discussion is, sorry. Now, the discussion is open after introduction. The discussion is open. So we start the discussion by using this phrase. When assessing the reason behind the first viewpoint, we are assessing the reason behind the first viewpoint. It's a fact that the aged are not getting that much dignity in the society. Okay, society. When compared to the past. When in the past they used to be the center of the family, the aged, they used to be the center of the family in the past. Today, they are secluded in their own rooms or in old age homes. The situation is present. Comparison in the past, they used to be the head of the families. Right now, they are secluded in their own places, homes, old age homes, or their own rooms. They have private rooms. Instead of respecting the aged population, people are seen exploiting them financially and neglecting their needs and desires. So it's common to see that when old age people, they have some savings and money, usually they are being exploited by the family members, by others. They are exploited financially. And their needs and desires are ignored, neglected. It's neglected. So they are turning a blind eye towards their desires. Situation number 2, they are secluded. They are not getting respect. They are not respected. They are secluded. They are exploited financially. Their needs are neglected. 4 points. Often old age people are abused. 5. These 5 things. They are not respected. They are secluded in their own personal spaces. They are exploited financially. Their needs and desires are neglected, and they are abused physically and mentally. So this appears, the atmosphere is very bad for them. And this is the reason why the former group thinks that this is bad for the old age people. Now, when we look at the next particular paragraph, however, others object this pointing at better facilities they are getting today. So the opposing group object this by pointing at the better facilities they are getting today. They're getting some better facilities when compared to the past. To be clear, though, they would say that the aged have a wider opportunities to explore themselves today, both by engaging in physical activities and being a part of a broad social network. So this is the thing. So they have a lot of physical activities and they can go and be a part of a broad social network. So the explanation is given there. For example, they can enjoy facilities like music therapy, opportunities to enjoy themselves, arts, opportunities to explore themselves, cultural entertainment, opportunities or entertainment facilities to engage themselves. They have a lot of time. So they have a lot of activities too, better than the past. They didn't have all these things. They can communicate with any age group. In the past, they were not able to do that. There were restrictions there. And they had only very small population to interact with. Now we have a wider range of social circle available in front of them on the platforms like social media platforms. And they can share their thoughts and ideas on these platforms. Finally, they project the advanced medical facilities which can make them feel better. Okay, if they are having stress or anxiety, the problem can be solved. And also these medical facilities can extend their lifespan. So you can live more. We have advanced life support measures here, the newer generation. So you can live more. You have a more life expectancy. So you can live more. So this is another opportunity that the old age people have. Now we move on to the last thing. I just got it some problem here. This is the conclusion. Sorry. After analyzing both the views in detail, it's clear that today's generation rarely appreciate the presence and potentials of the aged population. It is clear, we have discussed both these views and we have seen that the newer generation are not really appreciating the presence and potentials of aged population. Provided that they change this attitude, if they change this attitude, and the old age population adopts newer facilities offered to them wholeheartedly, I think we can transform the existing situation to the best suited for the elderly population. So this is your opinion as well as the conclusion. The conclusion, we have said it's clear that older generation, it's bad. I need to admit that it is bad situation right now. But if we change the situation, and the old age population is ready to accept these facilities wholeheartedly, then this age is the best suitable for the old age population. So this is what the conclusion is. So let's discuss, let's see some markers here which connects the essay together. While, okay, both arguments, while it connects to this thing, while some believe old age is too vulnerable these days, others feel just the opposite. So there is a connection there. Both arguments there. Where are the both arguments? These arguments, contrasting arguments. It's well connected there. Now we use the lexical resources. Here is a lexical resource there. Here is a lexical resource there. Not too bad, standard. Now go with, when assessing the reason behind the first view, connection. When in the past, instead of, okay, on a whole. Yes, all these things are there. We have seen a lot of vocabulary there that is also standard in nature, not use any complex vocabulary there. So that's it. Exploiting, neglecting, hostile, dignity, all these things are some vocabulary which you can see there. Now we go with the next paragraph. However, to be clearer, for example, lastly, so these are the connections here. You can say engaging. Okay, we don't find any difficult vocabulary here too. So in case of higher upgraded vocabulary, we don't find any complex vocabulary there. So connection, after assessing both views in detail, yes, provided that next. Okay, so we can say appreciate potentials, then transform, all these things makes the essay better to a better essay. Connection as well as the task response. Thank you.